Hey guys, this is Lior with Engel and Volkers out of Boston, and in this week's neighborhood overview, we're going to be taking a deep dive into Medford's Wellington Neighborhood. So if you ever driven by Medford, then you probably know there's the Wellington Neighborhood, which is kind of on the border with three other cities, right? It's right next to Everett, right next to Malden, also right next to Somerville's Assembly Square. And if you look on a map, it's typically defined as the neighborhood between 1st Street at the top, all the way down to 9th Street and where the station landing and the Wellington T stop is. And this neighborhood is really unique, right? Because it's got a lot of shopping, has a T stop, and is extremely, is an awesome location. Like I said, close to Assembly Square, really close to all those major entertainment centers, and obviously downtown Boston. So let's start from the very north of the neighborhood, right? We go down 1st Street, which, by the way, this might be the only one of the very few neighborhoods outside of Boston that's named with numbers. Pretty unique. But we're gonna start with 1st Street, and if you start driving south, right, you're gonna come by Harris Playground, which is right in between 2nd Street and 3rd Street. That's a nice little playground for the neighborhood. It's got a big field, nice playground, very, great vibe. If you're there during the weekend, you'll usually see a lot of people there hanging out. So it's a nice little park right for this neighborhood. And then as we keep going down south, all the way down to 9th Street, then we come down to where all the shopping and retail is. So we're gonna hit Fellsway Plaza, which is a pretty big retail complex. Has some nice retailers like Chipotle, CVS, Men's Warehouse, Boston Market, and it's all, it's a pretty big spot. It has a bunch of other retailers there as well. The main attraction is obviously, and the bigger attraction is really Station Landing, which is both apartments, some condos, and also tons and tons of retail. There you have some bigger chains. You have Starbucks, you have Qdoba Mexican Grill, you have Five Guys, Cold Stone Creamery, Regina's Pizzeria, Kelly's Roast Beef. I mean, you've got some of the bigger chains across the country all in one spot. So it's an awesome place. It's very convenient. So if you live anywhere there or anywhere near Everett or near Everett, Malden, or Somerville, it's really convenient to get there. The other thing that's really nice about this is, in terms of if you're ever driving, it's super convenient to get to 93. It's super convenient to get to the new Encore Casino. It's super convenient to get to Assembly Square. So you're kind of right smack in the middle. And then, of course, at the very south of the neighborhood is the Wellington T stop. Obviously a huge attraction. It's the Orange Line, and you're about 4 stops away from getting into proper downtown Boston. It'd take you right into North Station. You're 1 stop away from Assembly, but 4 stops to get into downtown Boston. So within 15-20 minutes, it can be really convenient to zip right in from Medford into downtown, which is obviously fantastic. So, overall, it's a great neighborhood. It's definitely been developed with all the retail, the new apartments coming in, condos. Medford as a whole is obviously a great market, but right there, you're super close to everything on the T, and it's a great little neighborhood. So hopefully that helps, guys. Let me know if you have any questions or comments below.